This is my new teapot that I bought in the Hong Kong Jade Market in Hong Kong, and there we go. Has a nice sound to it. Sounds better in my hand. It's a Zhu-ni red clay teapot, and in this Jade Market there was dozens and dozens of, like maybe hundreds. What do you say, hundreds? Hundreds of teapots, and they were all really kind of crappy and overpriced and very ornate and in the shape of things, which I'm not really into personally. But I was walking by and this one just caught my eye and stopped me, like literally stopped me dead in my tracks, and I completely did a double take and was like, oh shit, I'm gonna get the teapot. So I went over and looked at it, and out of all the teapots, it was just kind of like on its side, lying there, like the lid was halfway off and had a rubber band around it. But it just attracted me, and I went, and out of all the teapots on the table, this was the only one that I liked. The guy told me that he got it in Fujian. So, and all the other ones came from the Hong Kong market. They were all part of the same pool of teapots that all the other vendors had, but this one was from Fujian. And I opened it, and it was full of tea, and it was still encrusted with tea leaves. It was all funky and nasty. And you can see, I don't know if you're able to see it, but you can see on the outside, you can see there's a mottled quality to the clay. First of all, you'll note the grit. You can see the grittiness of the clay. But in addition to that, there's a mottled dark quality on the clay, and that's actually tea material that's caked on there from lots and lots of use. And the handle is much smoother, much less mottled, because you don't get tea on the handle as much. But I'll open it so you can see the inside. Yeah, there we go. But so I bought it not knowing it was actually going to be a good teapot or not, because I didn't have water there to test it with, and I was just going based on the sound and just my gut feeling of liking the teapot. But I got it back to the hotel, and first thing I did was went and poured some water in it to test it, and it has a really remarkable pour where it just stops. Doesn't like doing it on camera. No, still not. There we go. Perfect little. Takes a minute for it to seal. But once it seals, it has, like, stops on a dime, perfect seal all the way down to the last drop, which I've never seen a teapot, even just like the last few drips, it actually sucks the last drop back in. And unlike a lot of teapots, it might be an old teapot, because I don't know if you can see it in here, it doesn't have the golf ball filter on the inside. Can you see the spout?
The other way.
See if you can tilt the camera down a little bit and see the spout.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. No filter on it. So I haven't maintained it yet. I had to scrub it out with a toothbrush and actually toothpaste as well. That's a trick that April Shen from Shen's Gallery in Santa Cruz taught me, is that when you get a funky old teapot, you not only use the toothbrush but toothpaste as well to clean it out. So I scrubbed it out with the toothbrush and toothpaste and got all the gunky old tea out of it. But it's a well-loved teapot, and hopefully it'll get lots of good love from me when I go to China and figure out what kind of tea to use with it and whatnot. But you can see the seal on the bottom there. See it? Am I holding it up right? There we go.
You can't really make it out.
Can't really make out the seal.
Bring it closer.
Yeah.
You're not even in the camera. There you go.
There's that seal, and then there's also a very faint seal on the inside of the lid. Very faintly impressed. But Yeah.